One. Independent Showcase Season 3, Episode 2. We entitled this Trailblazers. And for those of you that watch Ted Sabin's podcast, you will know why we've called it Trailblazers. It is, of course, because we are talking to some of the fastest rising stars on the UK scene. Speaking of which, and that's not me, speaking of which, my guest at this time is another fast rising star on the UK. I've seen him on a few occasions, and I don't know the words that I could use, how impressed I was with this guy. He's been trained by the villainess, I believe, Sky Smithson. We'll talk about that in a minute. It is the Juice himself, Archie Payne. Hey, Arch, how you doing?
I'm good, Adam. How are you today?
Not too bad, not too bad. It's getting close to showtime with Ignite, so obviously, even though I don't promote the damn thing, the jitters are there. We want to make it a good show. But yeah, I'm good other than that. Thank you, my man.
It's
But
good to hear.
look, man, 2025 for you. I mean, look, I'll be honest. I've seen you, like I said, on a few shows recently. I'm going to be seeing you on a few more. How has 2025 been for the Juice?
It's been surreal, really. Like started training last year with Sky at Kobra. I think it started in May. I didn't really get on it until July, and then now it's just from March when I had my debut with WrestleForce to now. Like, there's so many names I've wrestled and so many like great moments I've had, and it's like I never thought I'd wrestle. I'm sure I'm like loads of people that didn't think that, but like I just was like, oh my god, like it hit me in actually the match you came to see with Taylor James at DK. I was like, wow, I'm actually doing this,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's been really good. Thank you. It's been really good. All companies have been treating me well. WrestleForce have been treating me well, and DK, and yeah, just grinding out with some of the best names in the UK scene right now.
Definitely so. Taylor James, a good friend of ours. Yes, it was a that was a great match, by the way. Yeah, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy though. No, no, no. The one that got me was your WrestleForce one.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, my God, my goodness, that was the one for me. That listen, I'm not a wrestling scout by any. Listen,
yeah,
I've
cool.
got wrestling experience. Well, I like what I like, and that's it. And I was watching your match, and I was literally sort of like, how on earth have you? I didn't even know how long you'd been training at that point, and I was just, I think, come up to at the end, and I was like, that match was just. And I
Thank
said
you,
this
thank
on the
you.
podcast. I said that like that match would not have looked out of place in a Revolution Pro or a Progress. That's how good, in my
Thank you,
opinion,
sir.
that's how good it was incredible. You mentioned there though that you done Cobra and you've started training with Sky at Cobra, and you said that you couldn't believe that you were doing this. But when did it dawn on you when you were training? Maybe it's saying that Sky said, I don't know, where you thought, hang on a minute, maybe I can do this.
I mean, Sky's always been a great, like, not just a trainer, but like a mentor for me.
Mm.
Like, I cannot, there's not enough words and definitely not enough minutes where I could say what she's done for me and what she's doing at Cobra. And it's just like, when she sees something in you, she will do anything to get you there. And that's what she has done with me. Like, I've been studying, and I think the point where I realized was, I'd say February time, where I started, when Cobra started like, hey, go do your match, do this part of the match, and like once it went from okay, you're gonna run a little like spot into okay, you're gonna run half a match, you're gonna run a full match now, and then it was right at the start of March. I'm pretty sure we had tapings, so we brought down the guys from Spinebuster,
Yeah.
great guys, really helpful guys, and we did tapings with all the trainees and that's where me and Regan had our first matches with each other. And that's when I was like, okay, maybe I can see what happened with this and I'll see what happens. And I was thinking, okay, this is my first match. Oh, okay, that's where I feel like I can do it. And I was like, yeah, but it won't be that quickly until I get on my show. And then Ollie Peace gave me the opportunity at WrestleForce. Great guy. Shout out to him. And
Yeah.
he gave me a shot in the Rumble. I came down, did my spot in the Rumble, did all my stuff. Didn't win it, sadly. Got eliminated David Francisco, who I'm
Yeah.
looking for my revenge.
Yeah.
But then one thing led to another, and it just happened. And then I don't think I got time to process it that I could really do it. I think I had the thought of, well, maybe, and then I just got shows and I got matches, and then it was like I had to kind of learn to get that idea of like, okay, you are a wrestler now. You're not just that was the weird bit for me, the transition from a
Mhm.
trainee to a wrestler, because that is where it's like, okay, I'm on shows. I'm actually people are paying to watch me. I've got to put on a performance. I've got to be AJ Payne. I've got to be that. So that's when it kind of had to hit me when I was wrestling because it just came along so quickly, I'd say.
Yeah. How that first talk us through that first, I know you said you had matches, spine, done the spine buster, you done the bit, that first booking, that first one away from Sky, you get that call. We want you get that call, we want you on the show. What was that day like for you?
Oh, it's the same because I always compare it to my first ever boxing match, where the whole day felt surreal. Where it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna get in a ring in front of a crowd. Like the tapings, there was no one there, so it was
Mm.
just like a fancier version of training, I suppose. Say, but like when it was like sitting there, I'm in my gear and I'm hearing the show music. I'm like, I'm actually here. Like I'm actually doing it, and then obviously I'm nervous the entire day. I'm sitting there. I'm trying to talk to people, but I'm like sitting there. I'm like, oh my god, like shaking, going out there. Having to use the toilet every 10 minutes. Like it was a nightmare. But like it's like when that music hits, that's when the adrenaline gets to you, and that's where it all comes in, and then you're fine. Like the whole day is a build up, and even just like some matches now, like I have the same nervous energy, but once my music hits and once I'm out there, it just leaves my body, and it's just okay. I'm here, and I'm here to do my best. I'm here to be the best. And that's what it was like in that rumble, and it was such a surreal experience, and that's how I knew I wanted to do this because it was like I like that feeling. It hits. That's what gets me excited to get up in the morning and stuff like that. And yeah, it was surreal. I can't put my finger on the word, but it was one of the most best days I could have had, I'd say.
It's really weird you said that because I've never had that the whole. I've had an entrance kind of thing at Ignite where I've come out and announced something, but I know what you mean because even just doing that, knowing that I've got to walk out a curtain and people are going to be looking at me and I'm going to be grabbing a microphone and talking, even if it was because I was with the Ignite GM CJ Carter, it was still that moment, right? When I grew up. I'm a lot older than you, man, but when I grew up and I watched this sort of stuff, I could never envisage me walking out in front of an arena,
Like,
even with
yeah,
just 200 people in or whatever it is, let alone thousands. But when that moment back to what I was talking about being a young fan, you mentioned boxing there. What's been like the biggest difference between, because it's a lot about having the stamina to go 12, 3, 6, 12, 9, 12 rounds of 2, 3 minutes of boxing or whatever it is. What's been that biggest difference between boxing training and wrestling training?
well, it's with the boxing training, it was more like the cardio
Mm.
and just you. It's the more I do the wrestling, the more it comes similar to the boxing training in a sense, where you do your reps on the bag, you do the sparring, which I see as the matches. That's your reps. You got the boxing IQ where you got to think about why you're doing stuff, and that's the same in wrestling. You got to think about why you're doing this move. You got to think about what it means to the crowd, how to get them into it. Where boxing, the main difference is for me with boxing, you're going out there to win no matter what. It can be a boring fight. You can
Yeah.
go out there and be in close, be far away, use jab. You're going out to win. With wrestling, it's different. You're going out there to entertain. You're in a more performance medium, so you go out there not worrying about, oh god, what if I get this bruise? What if I get caught like this? You're worrying about, okay, what did the crowd think? Are the crowd happy? Is the booker happy?
Mm.
Is my trainer happy? Like, and you are trying to make both mediums trying to make your trainer happy, but one is for different reasons why they're happy. One is because you're winning and you're winning in effective ways. No matter how it looked, you're winning. But in wrestling, yeah, you might have won. You might have had a good match that some people like, but it's not what the promoter wanted, and there's more variables to worry about. I'd say in wrestling, in my mind.
Mm. No, you're
But I
right.
know,
You're right.
yeah,
You're
definitely.
dead right. Because you got to like, as you say, you may say you've got this person, but you may have to be an enhancement bit. So he's going to have to basically kick the shit out of you for 6 minutes or whatever. Then that's all. Or
Always a
then it
great,
could be, yeah, yeah, but
always a great time.
yeah, but it could be that, or it could, it could be it needs to be one of those ones where you're a newbie and you nearly win, or to get that story element over to the crowd, right? That's basically the variables that you're talking about. There's different variables in wrestling, but how's the support been from say the family aspect? You turn around, you're a boxing guy, you're doing this boxing, then you go, actually, I want to be a wrestler.
I think I've been scaring my mum. I'd say that. I think that's the thing. I love my mum. I love my family, and my mum is like a great supporter. She's always been very supportive for me. The boxing, she was supportive. Where I don't think I really wanted to do it at my first fight. I don't think she wanted to be there because it's her son doing that. She's been very supportive. My dad's been really supportive. Like we go to boxing events together. He always took me to wrestling, and they've both been really supportive. And I think I've just been scaring them, if I'm being honest, Adam. They're thinking, oh, my son's went from getting his head punched in to throwing himself onto a wooden mat. But
Yeah.
I do. It's like, guys, I'm fine. I'm coming home. I'm not beaten up. But yeah, they've been really good with it and like just asking questions and just like learning about it is the main thing. Because I've always been a guy that's like, I like to do stuff myself.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that little thing where it's like, even if someone made your tea exactly how you would make it, it's like, because it's not you, you're like, spit off. I don't know if you know what I mean, but I've always been
Yeah.
like that kind of guy. I'll do it myself. And so it's just been like, some of my friends, it's just learning about it and asking about it. That's what's meant a lot to me. Where it's
Can I,
like, if you go on.
guys, I was going to say, can I ask, how many of them asked if it hurts?
Oh, loads. I get it at shows all the time as well. It's like, does it hurt? And I'm like, nah, when I'm getting like we can like two matches you've been at, how has my chest looked? Like
Like a beetroot.
like it's just looked bruised up. And so I'm like I just show my chest, I'm like, does it look like I just got this from like Tickles and Daisies? Like, no, it hurts. Like it might not be the kind of hurt that you expect, but it's not nice as feeling.
The other one that gets me is when people say when you run the rope straight away and you get that big mark across your back, and they're
Oh,
like,
it's I find it funny these days because at first I was like, oh, why does I remember running at Kobra? I was like, why does that hurt? I have everything that I'm about to do. Why does running into the ropes hurt? And then you think, well, they're ropes, and you're running into them as hard as you can, so they are going to feel a little bit. And then every trainee that we can't have come in, that is one of the first things I say. They hit the ropes, and you see them wince a little bit, and they're like, ooh, I didn't expect that to feel like that. But yeah, the ropes are they're a bugger. I'll tell you that.
and there's actually an art to doing it as well, isn't it? It's not just a case of running the ropes. You have to do a certain move, like a certain way to. There is a certain way to run the ropes.
Certain steps, certain everything. It's like that's the thing people don't get with wrestling. It is an art. Like as much as people walk away from it and they have this stigma about it, it is an art. It is like you've got to run the ropes a certain way. You've got to do a move a certain way.
Hmm.
You've got to tell a story a certain way.
Yeah.
The structure's got to be a certain way. Everything is to an art and to a medium, to an exact. Where that's the one other thing I said in boxing. You are in there to protect yourself and
Yeah.
yourself only. Like
Yeah.
you've got another guy coming at you, so you're protecting yourself. With wrestling, you've got to get the crowd involved while protecting yourself, while protecting your opponent,
Yeah.
while sticking to a time limit. Like you've got so many variables where it's like it's so stressful. It gets stressful. It's fun. Like that's the thing convincing people. There's so much stress in a show, but I might promise you, it's fun, and that's what
Mhm.
this is for me. It's just fun. I made it have fun. I made it to please the crowd and just enjoy myself. Really.
Yeah, I mean, there is so much different. You mentioned a great point there. It is about protecting you and protecting your opponent. I always class it when people ask me. I always say that the guys are movie stars, but they do their own stunts. That's how I.
Yes,
That's how I.
that's a very good way of putting it.
That's the way I do it. People always say, "Oh, it's all that." I say, "Well, you watch EastEnders, right? This is just EastEnders with a lot more pain towards it." You
I
know,
say that all the time. That's weird. I say that all the time.
it is though, isn't it?
That's the
Right?
exact thing I say. I'm like, you're watching a soap, just more violent.
Yeah, a
That's just
violent
it.
Phil Mitchell choke slamming Grant Mitchell through a table. The difference is,
I'd pay good money to see that, though.
to be fair, so would I.
I'd pay great money to see that.
That would be interesting. People say like Al Murray,
I
you
don't
know
think I was
Al
that.
Murray.
I'm not Al Murray.
You need to Google him. You
I need.
know,
I'll Google him. I'll Google him after. Don't worry.
me basically. But let's go talk about your wrestling stuff. When did you start watching wrestling? I know you're very young, but at what point did you start watching wrestling as a kid?
uh, my first ever wrestling memory. I always remember this. It was when Raw did them top 10 moments,
Mhm.
and they weren't like 25 minutes, and I had time to watch them. And I just remember it was Big Show and Seth Rollins like staring off, and I was like, "It's a little guy and a big guy." That's what attracted
Mm.
me to it, and I was like, "Oh, that's so interesting." And then you see Kevin Owens interfere, and it's like, "Why is he interfering? I want to watch more." And then I just got attracted to it, and then in life with everything, I've been a nerd. Like I've been like, if I watch one thing, I've got to know everything about it.
Yeah.
So that's what became like from a WWE fan to a wrestling fan. Because I watched WWE throughout all 2017,
Hmm.
and then that's what it was. It was Jericho going over to face Omega at Wrestle Kingdom,
Hmm.
and I was like, wait, there's more companies. What's going on? And then that's where I watched New Japan, and TNA came along, then Ring of Honor, and then just more and more. Really, that's what it was. And then just that's where I kind of got addicted to it because I never really had something I like loved. Like I used to like comics, I used to like Batman, but I never loved something. And then wrestling was like the first thing. So
Yeah.
that's where I just kind of like, okay, I need to watch more and more and more and more. And then it was like, I've got to a point where I was like, I have to wrestle. Like I can't just watch all of this and be like, oh, I'm just a watching fan. I've got to do something about it. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
The same with me. I'd done it for a bit. I realized very quickly and very painfully that there was no way I'd be able to do what you guys do. But it's the same thing that for wrestling was my first love. Like, so my first memory, there you go. Here's my first memory, and you probably may have to YouTube this. So, uh, Jake the Snake Roberts, who's been on the show, um, he tied up the Macho Man Randy Savage in the ropes, and the snake bit Macho
Oh,
Man's
I've seen that.
in
That's
the clip, right?
oh, it's scary.
It was. As a kid, like even me as a kid, I'm sitting there thinking, Jesus, this
I was
snake's
gonna
gonna.
say you watched it as a kid. I'm watching it now, and I'm like, oh god.
And at the time, obviously, like even back, like obviously, then I didn't know the ins and outs, but obviously the snake was devenomized when he was bit, but he was still biting the guy.
No, exactly. That's
So
that's the scary
he's
thing.
still being bit. And I remember the first time I saw The Undertaker, like when he debuted, and I never forget the line for Roddy Piper. He saw The Undertaker debut. He's walking down, and he went, "Look at the size of those ham hocks being his arms."
Oh my god, yeah,
There's some bits and pieces like that. I remember
it is
even
good.
Kane when Kane debuted the first time with the mask and everything, and I was in senior school. I was a bit intimidated by that when he debuted and like with the look and everything. I've actually met him since. He's one of the nicest people. Maybe his controversial views on stuff, on the other hand, is give or take. But him as a person,
Uh,
is very nice to meet.
yeah,
Anyway, let's move on from Kane and his beliefs
he's
very
scary, scary
quickly.
figure.
I'm going to start asking some random wrestling stuff now for you.
From that man.
So the first one, and this is can be difficult, it can be easy, and sometimes it depends on the mood or what you're doing. But if you had to say your top three favorite wrestling themes, what would you say instantly comes to mind?
Oh,
So
very, very good.
I
I'm
get
not.
people with this.
Do they take a while like I do, or are they on it? Because
Oh,
I know
so
people.
yeah, we've had it. We've had it where people take some. I've had to come back to the question. I've had people just instantly rail them off. I can't remember who done it, but one of them did. But I had Ted Saban on, and he was quite quick just
Oh, I
now.
imagine Ted's quite quick. He's very good with wrestling themes.
He is.
But yeah. Oh god, I'm trying to. Writing on the wall, Jeff Hardy's one. That's got to be up
He
there.
said that.
Yeah,
No,
I
no
just.
more words. He said that. Yeah.
Oh, the thing is, I don't know the name. I'm a nightmare, so I'm gonna have to just rattle these
You just
off.
tell me who, and I'll be able to. I should be able. I may be able to say who it is.
One I do like right now, just because I like the guy as well, and I do have him on my playlist. Is War Ready, Gabe Kid. I love that.
Oh
That
yes,
I love that theme right now.
he's a crazy bastard as well, isn't
He is a crazy bastard. He scares me.
he?
Oh god,
Last one.
last one? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw in Triple H, the game. That's
Ah,
just gets the adrenaline going. I like the ones where they're cool and they're a bit like funky, but when it's like you're in a big crowd in a stadium and you hear that,
mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking of ones I've heard in a stadium and it's like that gets the adrenaline going. And I'm
yeah. I remember.
thinking,
Yeah, I remember WrestleMania when I was there, hearing that. Motorhead played him out. The first WrestleMania I ever went to, WrestleMania 21. He got played out live by Motorhead. They fucked the song up. I mean, I was singing the lyrics. I'm like, what? That ain't the right lyrics. Like,
oh god,
what's going on? But he come up off the raised stage, so they were playing this side and this platform rose, and here, it's like a WrestleMania. Everyone gets the big fucking
the
entrance.
big the big extreme entrance that's at
Yeah,
20 minutes.
exactly. Yeah, it gets longer than the match in some
Yeah,
cases,
exactly.
especially if you're the Undertaker and he has to rise up from hell when Shawn Michaels is coming down from heaven. That was another great.
Oh god, and it's
Yeah,
just like Undertaker. It's not like you got these guys that like really like get excited with the crowd and they like skip to the ring a little bit.
yeah,
Like
he just.
he's walking and
Yeah.
I love the Undertaker. But come on, man, like, I want to watch you. I want to watch you go, bro.
Well,
Like,
I tell you what, though, I spoke to Matt Cardona about a year or two ago, and he said the most intimidated he's ever been in a ring is when you're standing in the ring and the Undertaker's walking down. The gong,
Oh,
the
I
the
just
smoke, and it's just his presence, right? He's walking. Who
sounds like a nightmare.
I mean, I've been fortunate enough to meet him, the Undertaker, on a couple of occasions as well. Not in character, but obviously
Yeah, I
through.
was gonna say
Mark.
Mr. Calloway. I
Mr.
mean,
Cal.
I'm just happy he's retired. So like fingers crossed, like I ever make it WWE, I never hope we have to look across.
Yeah,
Because as much as
yeah.
that would be a dream, I'd be too intimidated. I'd saw myself straight away.
It was intimidating enough just walking up to him getting an autograph. Because
I
especially
imagine so, yeah.
because like I never expected you never because he's a wrestler you just never expect to meet in your life, right? Because of the character and everything else. And I remember it getting announced, and I was like, he's doing autographs. Like, really? Really? This was like WrestleMania 27. Yeah, 27 in Atlanta. Or 20, it might have been 27 or 26. Phoenix or Atlanta, one of the two. And I remember it, and I was like, geez. And then you're in a queue, and he's sitting there, and you're still thinking, this isn't right. This is weird. Like I'm going to meet the under, like really crazy. And then a couple of years, I'm going to say a couple of years later, but a good few years later, met him. He was doing Inside the Ropes. So we're good friends with Inside the Ropes, doing some tours over here in the UK. And it was him. His tour actually got cancelled, but he come over and done the pictures so that he could still meet
Solid,
everybody. I was
solid
like,
guy.
jeez, that was incredible. Anyway, if you could debut at any pay-per-view, what one would it be? Doesn't mean particularly year. It's just the pay-per-view name. What
Just a
one would it
pay-per-view
be?
name.
Yeah, yeah. What one?
God, that's
Ted Saban said
oh
Hell in the Cell.
nah, nah. God, imagine that. Imagine like your first match. Nah.
That's what he said.
Oh, Ted's a nutter. Ted
He
is a
is.
nutter. I love
Oh,
him. He's a
he's a
talented
great
guy.
guy.
Say loads of words about him, but the one word that comes to mind is nutter.
Yeah, he is.
Oh God, I would. Do you know what Royal Rumble? Being the Rumble, like that's
Yep.
so cool to me. Like just hearing the bell go, and then just your music plays. I mean, that's a bit 50-50 because let's say it's like not that AJ Styles and they don't really know you, and you think you come out as this massive thing, and you're like, "Come on, guys!" It's just like silence. It's like great. They don't even know who I am.
Or in WWE's case, when AJ Styles debut, move the camera to the wrong place, so you can't even see who the
Oh,
fuck it
don't,
is.
don't.
That
Just
was
oh my God, AJ Styles' first appearance in WWE
you
after
don't even
years,
listen.
and I don't even want to watch Roman Reigns go. Who is that?
Yeah, I
That's the
remember the
greatest thing.
crowd going mad, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Oh, I know. And it's just Roman going.
Yeah.
That's a great debut.
Oh, one of the best ones was to ever come back, and he may be doing it again. I don't know. Is Jericho? He done a couple of good rumbles
Yeah,
and
was that
and
20? Is it
Ziggler was
2013?
in the ring. Nemeth was in the ring at the
Yeah, I was
time.
gonna say I think that was 13 because he had the match with Ziggler, didn't he? And then
He
that
did.
SummerSlam, and that was the last time. Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
was a good one. That was a very good one. That's a shout.
Brilliant. Yes, it is.
That
Right,
is a
final
shout.
one before we start wrapping up. Table for free, right? You get three people. You can have wrestling personalities. Don't have to be wrestlers, but wrestling personalities that you can have at a table for dinner, so you can listen and get some advice, whatever. Who's the three people you're having at your dinner table?
That's one for certain's Brian Danielson. That is for
Nice.
certain. Yeah,
You'd
he's always been an
you'd have to
idol of
be
mine.
vegan for that, though, right?
Yeah, I'd sacrifice it. I'd make a
Fine.
sacrifice. You know, we'll throw another vegan in. We'll throw Zack Sabre Jr. in. I've loved technical
Yeah.
wrestling. Them two together, just I'm basically just the next one of them if I'm next to them too. They're
I
that
agree.
good. I must
Yeah.
have. Well, who's the third one? You know what? I also have to think like would these personalities get along? Because it's like
For your sake, they will. So it doesn't
exactly. Oh, for
matter.
my sake, that's fine then. Who's the third one? I'd say. Uh, no, probably Eddie Guerrero. No, I'd love to have a chat with
Nice.
him. He seems like he's a. Do you know what? And
Oh,
he seems like
mate.
a bit of a laugh as well.
I never forget the time I met him. I will
Oh, you met
never,
him?
I've never, I'll tell you the story quick. Never ever, I've told it a few times, but I've never forget it. WrestleMania 21, we flew out to LA. We had we done a stupid thing. This was before I knew about direct flights and all that rubbish. Wish I was with my girlfriend because she works in travel. I could have found it so easy. Um, we flew to Germany before flying to LA. So it was like a 16-hour flight to LA. We've landed, we've got to the hotel. We've dropped our bags, and our hotel has a Denny's on it, like any hotel probably would have back in those days. Anyway, we're scrolling through WWE.com and it says superstar appearances. We clicked on it and it said, "Oh, Eddie Guerrero's in Toys R Us over in LA." So we're like, "Oh shit, we're
What a
out for this."
random place.
Well, I know. Well, the Toys R Us was a big thing back then. Jericho was there a couple of days later. We saw him, but so anyway, it was like strictly limited 500 people, yada yada. So great, we'll go and we'll eat, we'll get a cab or taxi, whatever you want to call it in America, and we'll go and meet. We get to the venue, Toys R Us. There's tents. People have camped outside fucking Toys R Us. Anyway,
Oh, I thought that. God.
it's limited to 500 people. Just remember that. So they're coming around and they're doing it. And we're thinking, well, if we don't get it, we'll just go back to it. It's fine. We'll go back to the hotel. We were 496, 497, 498, 499, and 500 out of the 500 people there. Right. So we're thinking we're in. This is luck. This is the luckiest thing ever. We're like, amazing. Anyway, he gets a police escort in. It starts, it's 5 to 8, blah, blah. We get to 5 to 8 and we're still not in the door. So we're like, oh shit, what's going on here? Like, why? And anyway, so they've come out and they said, look, he's on a strict time limit, WWE. We're gonna have to get the permission from Eddie himself. So as we get round, we get in the door and it's around the corner and he's at his table. And the woman goes up and she went, like, we've still got about, I don't know, 30 people out there, blah, blah, blah. And he done this, got on the table, he done his shoulder jig that he does, you know that, and then he says, "We got on say," and that was it. Every one of us, we all just shit ourselves at that point. It's just like you know the mark out bit that you do. That was us. We were like,
Oh, that's sick.
and he was a great guy. Anyway, met him. I actually met Vicky as well back a little while later, like years later. Lucky to meet Vicky, but he's an incredible guy to meet.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. As we start to wrap up, I ask one more question, then I'm going to get you to plug your socials. Now, you've only been wrestling obviously over a year and you've wrestled some of the top names in the UK scene. I'm not going to say who your dream match ever would be, but if you had to have a dream match in the UK right now with anyone on the scene, who would be the one that you would look to go for?
Could I name two?
Yes, triple threat. Go
Two. Two. So one is Sky. I'd love to wrestle Sky one-on-one. Not only is just that she's my trainer, but she is a great wrestler. And every time I watch her, she's amazing. And one has been ever since I started, Connor Mills. I love the chance to wrestle Connor Mills. He's so talented, and that's my kind of style. And where he likes to tech, he likes to strike, and that's kind of what I like. And I feel like magic. I feel like I could have magic with him. You know, like I feel like that could be the match for me.
Win our championship at Ignite, and you never know.
Don't say it because I was about to say that. Give me a shot, man.
Well, people that have their shot coming up at Ignite on the 25th of November is Chris Aries and Harrison Bennett. They will get to go against Aluna for the Turnbuckle Championship. Who will come out the winner of that and end with the Turnbuckle Championship? I don't know.
I'm next. Whoever's out of that triple threat, watch out. The juice is coming.
CJ Carter. What can we do here on this?
Wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We'll see about that. Who knows, though? But if you do, I always say this: if you do win our championship, give me a list of names, and we always try our best to make it happen.
Oh, I have a list ready for you already, Adam.
He's got the list already. But if anyone wants to book the Juice, Archie, where do they go? What are your socials, and how do people book you on your show, for their show?
So my email is in the bio. I don't remember it right now, but my Instagram is ajpain_juice. You can DM me, email me, and I'll be there. And another little plug I want to do is the Kobra Wrestling Academy. Yes. I believe the best wrestling school in the UK, where on the 10th of January, we'll be going one-on-one with Catch 22. Oh my God, school warfare. Crazy. And you'll see the best of them two schools compete. And you can find that details on the Kobra Wrestling Instagram page.
Yes, and we are looking to get to Kobra Wrestling to do a little bit of an insight into the Kobra Wrestling School. So hopefully before the end of the year, I'll get to go there. I think I'm going to look at doing it on one Thursday before the end of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
We're hoping to get there and do a little stuff with Sky and do little videos of stuff going on. So hopefully we'll get to do that. By the way, if you're looking to book him, it is ajpain.bookings@gmail.com.
Thank you so much, sir.
The link will be on the YouTube description, so go and do that. AJ, before we go, what have you got coming up that you can announce between now and the end of the year?
So I've got a few dates. I've got a few WrestleForce dates in November and December. You can find them on a WrestleForce thing where we'll be in places like Ilford. We'll be in Southend on the 22nd. You can see me against Jack Landers. That's going to be a good one.
Please, yeah. Can you not hurt him too much because we need him on the 23rd?
Oh no. Oh no, I can't believe I've got to do that to you, Adam. I won't do him too bad. We've got Peter Miller the next weekend at DKW in Leon C.
I'm there for that.
Oh, you're there for that, and you can catch it in the turnbuckle there. Great guys. I probably will have chops in that match because they have a bird. Every time I'm there, I get my chest beaten up. And WrestleForce all of December, and obviously the big Catch 22 show on January 10th, which will be
Okay.
not. I can tell you right now from the card that I know. I can't announce it, but I
Mhm.
can tell you right now, we might be giving you show of the year 10 days in. I could tell you that now. I think we'll be giving you a massive, massive show.
That is over in Thurrock, isn't it? Is it
Over,
Thurrock?
over, over, over in Thurrock Community Centre, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, that is very true.
Yeah,
That is, I'm seeing if I can get today. So Saturdays parentally are difficult.
yeah, that's
But
fair. That's fair.
if I can do it, I will do that show if I can. We'll see. We'll get close to the time. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a ticket, and we will see. Coming up on this show, Regan Blade, a good friend of yours and a good opponent of yours, coming up.
I
Jaden
hope so.
Williams as well.
Oh,
Coming up on the show, we're doing as I say, the trailblazing edition of Independent Showcase will continue. I
uh,
will go on.
if I could just throw something in there, I think right now, I think we're very lucky in the Brit Rest, and to the fact that the talent we have, and I think you can look at this series as an example, like
Mhm.
Regan, who is just stupidly talented. You've got Jaden, who is amazing. Ted, who is just a high flying like ball of energy, and there's so many more. You got Isaac, you got Raymond, you've got Matt Craven, you got Big O, very underrated. Very underrated, and just loads more. I'm probably missing loads out. Got Denzel Mack and Lincoln Spector. I'll throw them boys in. Very talented.
Yes,
I'm
definitely so. I saw
very
Lincoln
talented.
recently. Yeah, Lincoln's very good. I haven't had a chance to see Big O yet. He was injured at the DKW
I
show
know
over
it's a
the
it's a
weekend.
massive shame. I just want
Yeah,
to give a quick shout out to Big O. He's a very 2026. I want to see that guy everywhere. Very talented, and he's represented as DKW British champion. I may have to take that from him. That's all out of respect, but he's great, and there's so many great talents. So that's why I'd say I know Adam supports it, and I know there's many other people that support it, and that is attend your local independent shows
yes,
because
without
I
doubt.
can guarantee there's a lot of guys you're going to be seeing in the next 5, 10 years that are going to be in the big companies that you're watching because the
Oh, yeah,
talent pool is
is
insane.
incredible. I was going to say that, and this isn't just a hit to Rev Pro and Progress. I know there's people that will go and watch those shows, Rev Pro and Progress, the British
Oh
biggest
yeah, of
British
course.
radio, of course.
You have great guys there, obviously.
But people that get there wrestle on shows like WrestleForce, like DKW, like Ignite Wrestling, Hustle, and Sacrifice, and there's so many other names. Don't forget it, otherwise I'll get told off. But so many other names and bigger promotions. Like yeah, to get to those big promotions, you have to start. And I'm not saying they're stepping stones either by any stretch, but what I'm saying is that attend those ones because people like Archie and Isaac and Regan and Raymond and other Lincoln Spector are going to be there, and you're going to and you'll be able to. What excites me about people like you, Archie, and people that we've just mentioned is I will be a part of that journey here, where the
Oh
start.
yeah.
And then when you get and you will be on those bigger shows,
Thank
I'll
you.
be
Thank you.
absolutely. I'll be in, well. I'll be amazed if people like yourselves and Regan and everyone those guys are not on those shows. To be honest, really honest, I'll be surprised if we ain't closing out 2026 and you haven't already been on one of those shows. If I'm being,
I pray, man. I pray that
we'll,
gets because
you
I
know,
think Britain is such a great talent pool for wrestling. I'm sorry if I'm keeping you,
no,
by the
no, no,
way,
no.
but I just yeah. But I just wanted to say British wrestling is, I think, the best country for wrestling. Like the names we have and the matches we put on. Like you got to look at Nino and Leon Cage yesterday. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
seen it,
I
but
have.
that was amazing. And then boys, and that is just the start of their journeys.
Yeah.
That's what's scary. That's the start of their journeys in the big leagues. And you look at guys like Connor Mills, and Connor Mills, once he gets sighted, scary. And you got Oku, who's been killing it.
Yeah.
And you're looking at them guys, and like you're thinking they used to do WrestleForce, they used to do all these shows that we're at now. So that's why I'm saying you should come to these shows. Not just for me. Obviously, I'm trying to plug myself. That's just what I do. But there's just I can't. I could go on for ages about the talent that there is,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm saying, come on, not just so you can be like, and I agree, you should be there for the journey. And it is a full circle moment for yourself to be there for the journey. But just
Mm.
it's easier travel, and I just think you get so much talent, and I can't stress that enough. The talent that's on there, and the talent I see it at Kobra, I see it at the DKW Academy, I see it at Hustle, at Play Fight, at Pursuit, and even if you're up north and you're listening to this, the talent they have up there on them little show is just astounding, astounding.
It is incredible. And with pricing and tickets these days for the even the American shows that
Bingo.
are here, you could get a season ticket anywhere else, but for less than seeing one show.
Very so.
You can go and get a season ticket elsewhere. But anyway, the last name I can't mention as of right now for contractual reasons because he is still a WWE talent right now. Yes, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. At least for a period of time. It will be announced once we've recorded, and I believe that'll be on the 25th of November. I'll be recording with Zed Person, and then once that's finished. But joining me on that particular podcast is my artist friends David Bartolome and Will Scar. So if you type in "If We Wrote the Theme" on Spotify, you will hear them. They also play the theme song to Tyson Keaton. For those people who know Brit Rest, that's
Big up Tyson Keaton.
Big up Tyson Keaton. His theme song is played by my friends. I recommended them.
And I saw that. It's a very, very good theme. Very, very good theme, guys.
And they can play varied themes as well. That's just That's just one that he wanted based on the requirements that he wanted for his theme. They can play a lot. If you listen to If We Wrote the Theme, you'll be able to see a lot more of them. TNA interviews as well coming up. Again, can't say who. Actually, I can't say because I don't even know who they are at this moment in time.
Crazy stuff going on.
More surprises. But yeah, you can follow us at HTT Buckle on X, HTT Buckle on YouTube, Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast on all other social media outlets. Archie, if I don't see you before, it will be DKW next time.
Yes, it should be.
Looking forward to that. So from Archie the Juice Payne, this has been Adam Cousins, and you have been watching the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. And until next time, everybody, buckle down, stay safe, and good.